I was standing by the school fence, waiting for my little brother, Leo, when the gym coach grabbed my shoulder so hard I nearly dropped my keys. He didn't say a word, he just pointed toward the principal's office. Inside, the air felt like ice. My brother was sitting there, his face buried in his hands, and his t-shirt was torn just enough to show dark purple blotches on his shoulder. The principal looked at me with pure disgust and said, "Leo told us what happened at home. You're not taking him anywhere." My heart hit the floor. I haven't even raised my voice at that kid, let alone a hand. But when I reached out to him, he flinched. He actually scrambled back into the corner of his chair like I was some kind of monster. The cops were there in 10 minutes. When my parents arrived, they looked at me like I was a total stranger. My dad wouldn't even step into the same room as me. He just stood in the hallway, looking absolutely ashamed. I sat in that interrogation room for 3 hours, listening to the muffled sound of my mother sobbing through the drywall. Every time the door opened, I expected handcuffs. I kept thinking, this is it. My life, my reputation, my family. It's all gone because of a lie I can't explain. But then the school counselor walked in. She wasn't looking at me with anger anymore. She looked shaken. She sat down and whispered, "We just talked to Leo again with the specialist." It turns out there was a group of older boys at the park who had been shaking Leo down for his lunch money for weeks. They told him if he ever told on them, they'd find out where we lived and finish the job. Leo was so paralyzed by fear that when the teacher saw the marks, he blurted out my name. He knew I was the only person strong enough to take the blame without the bullies finding out. He wasn't trying to hurt me. He was just a terrified kid trying to find a shield. My dad finally walked in, and he didn't say a word. He just pulled me into a hug so tight I could barely breathe.